You must be the change you wish to see in the world. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. The future depends on what you do today. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within. The weak can never dominate the strong. They can at most irritate them. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need but not for man's greed. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Service which is rendered without joy helps neither the servant nor the served. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. A no, uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes merely uttered to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. The law of love could be best understood and learned through little children. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. Man becomes great exactly in the degree in which he works for the welfare of his fellow men. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. The only devils in this world are those running around in our own hearts, and that is where all our battles should be fought. I believe in equality for everyone, except reporters and photographers. I have nothing new to teach the world. Truth and nonviolence are as old as the hills. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. To believe in something, and not to live it, is dishonest. The moment there is suspicion about a person's motives, everything he does becomes tainted. Freedom is never dear at any price. It is the breath of life. What would a man not pay for living? A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. The greatness of humanity is not in being human, but in being humane. An error does not become truth by reason of multiplied propagation, nor does truth become error because nobody sees it. Nonviolence is the first article of my faith. It is also the last article of my creed. The future depends on what you do today. The good man is the friend of all living things. An ounce of practice is worth more than tons of preaching. A man is but a product of his thoughts. What he thinks he becomes. To call woman the weaker sex is a libel. It is man's injustice to woman. The earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed.